Ducks and geese, as common a sight in our local ponds and lakes as the water itself. Watching and interacting with these birds can be enjoyable, but did you know that many waterfowl in Texas are considered non-native and do not receive protections that native species do? Distinguishing between these types is important when it comes to understanding how waterfowl are managed. Due to its location and importance as a migration hub, 43 species of waterfowl are recognized as native in the state of Texas. Some species of native waterfowl are ubiquitous across the state and are popular at small ponds where people live and work. Native ducks and geese are protected by state and federal law, including the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, which protects most species of native and migratory birds. Except in permitted situations, it is unlawful to trap, kill, or destroy the eggs or nests of these birds. However, just because a bird is free-flying does not mean that it is considered a wild native species. Non-native species are organisms that do not occur